First of all, Mr. Jakes, now that the investigation's underway, the mother of the killer, whom we're not naming the killer or showing the sick guy's picture, the mother was stockpiling guns in the one-bedroom apartment. Is that correct?
Well, Bill, I would agree with you that the mother had guns in the apartment. The question is, with the use of the term stockpiling, as is being reported by some agencies, that tends to be maybe an inflammatory word. What I would tell you that we know for a certainty, there were 14 guns that this gunman had access to, 6 of which were recovered on the scene, 6 of which were recovered in the subsequent investigation at his apartment, or 8 of which, so that's 14 total, 6 on the scene, 8 in the apartment. But I would suggest, Bill, in Douglas County, that would not be an unusual number in a good number of households.
Is that right? In a one-bedroom apartment, one bedroom, 14 guns. And the mom,
well,
and you correct me if I'm wrong, the mom, all right, is buying a bunch of the guns and taking the son to the firing range where they don't want to be supervised. Is that correct?
Well, it's our understanding that the mom did purchase the guns lawfully. Whether she is seen accompanying her son at one of the shooting ranges is yet to be confirmed. We've been talking to some of the gun clubs, and we're looking to get confirmation on that, Bill. But as of this hour, that's speculation.
All right, that's a report.
It would be reasonable.
Yeah, I mean, but look,
yeah,
no matter what, the guy had and the mother had the right to buy guns in Oregon because they had no criminal record. But I think there's a little madness in here. Just my opinion. I could be wrong. Now, there's a rumor President Obama might go to Roseburg, Douglas County. The funerals start Thursday, and I guess they will extend into next week. How will the president be treated if he does indeed travel to Roseburg?
Well, I think the president, first of all, is not welcome in the community, and that isn't just my opinion. We've talked to dozens upon dozens of citizens, some family members of the victims, our elected officials, and you may have a copy. If you don't, I'd be happy to read from it on the air, that our Douglas County commissioners, along with our Douglas County elected sheriff, who is very popular, and our chief of police, all came to a consensus language about him not being welcome here to grandstand for political purposes.
All right,
and I'd be happy to read that or share it.
Don't read it, but just encapsulate why they don't want President Obama to come.
Well, the bottom line, Bill, is that a number of people believe that when the president opened his press conference, we still haven't finished counting the bodies on the campus right behind me. We haven't identified whose children were killed and whose were not. And even at that same moment, he is saying, some people will accuse me of politicizing this issue. And he goes on to say, but it should be. So he not only acknowledged that it could be politicized, he was doing so deliberately. So now he wants to come to our community and stand on the corpses of our loved ones to make some kind of a political point. And it isn't going to be well received, not by our people, not by the families, and not even by our elected officials.
Interesting. Very interesting. Well, if that happens, Mr. Jakes, we'll check back. Real quick. Go ahead.
If I may, there's one other thing I'd like to throw in just really quickly. Something else, even on the heels of this rumor the president may come, is that the Westboro Baptists are on their way to disrupt some of these funerals. And we think this is appalling. There's an organized plan to help keep the families isolated from this. But this is just one more potential insult to what these families have already gone through.
If those are the people, the anti-gay people who show up, and they blame all tragedies that God is punishing America. We hope that doesn't happen, Mr. Jakes. If it does, you let us know. Thank you very much.